So the topic today is awakening and strengthening our internet connection. We have exactly 12 minutes to have this conversation. I want to delve straight away into my first question. Tell me, what does the meaning and functioning of what you call the inner net connection mean for our people who are present here? How do you describe that awakening of that internet?
In this oneness, I would like to begin today's session and say that, as we know, in today's world, so much of our attention is always invested outward, right? Internet is a crucial component of our existence. And if it wasn't for internet, I wouldn't have even been able to be present with you, right? So it's fantastic to acknowledge its importance. So, however, balancing that strong, almost intimate connection that we have with the outside world, it is truly essential to establish a stronger, or at least equal connection with our inner world, our inner self. So what I call the inner net connection is actually our deepest connection with ourselves. So it's a subtle network which allows the most profound communication between all different aspects of our existence. And
okay, please go on. Yes.
Yeah, there is some difference. So accessing that subtle network is the capability which each one of us has. However, there is no simple user manual provided for the same. So it's up to us to embark onto this bi-individual journey of tapping into and connected in this powerful network. So I would say that there are so many different ways which are available for us to do that. So beginning from, yoga, pranayama, meditation. For me, clinical hypnotherapy played a huge role. There is mindfulness and so on. But there are several techniques which I would perhaps like to share with our audience today. And since the time is really less, I will certainly try my best to be really brief.
Right.
Right.
Right. So there's another thing, though the internet is not working inside, but the internet we want to awaken and make it more functional. So after making it functional, how do we sustain it and make it, work continuously? Is there a way, is there a technique to, after awakening it, making it, ensuring that it stays that way for a longer period?
Yes. So as you said, there are different ways of connecting, and I certainly love breath as a way to connect. There are many other techniques, connecting through your eyes, through your heart, being in nature, attending to your emotions. So when we attend to all these different layers of our being, we go from our physical body to attending to emotional, mental, spiritual. So just as in any technological context, there cannot be any transmitter or conductor that can carry something whilst being blocked or broken, right? Even being weak. So there will be different tools associated with maintaining different layers of our existence in order for them to function as a whole. So in the same way, our internal network is deeply connected to and affected by different stimuli from the outside and our response to them. So from the fundamental nutritional aspect, which includes nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory diet, to an adequate and rejuvenating sleep, regular, I would say, daily body movement so that energy supply is continuous, emotional and mental health, including regularly checking in with ourselves on kinds of emotions and thoughts in which our existence is, marinated throughout the day, to, of course, spiritual practices. So meditation, mindfulness, chanting, journaling, being in nature, quieting our mind in just about any possible way which resonates with you. So if there is actually only one line that I would like our audience to go back home today, it would be perhaps every day before you go on the internet, make sure you visit your internet as well, because there's so much valuable information there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Okay. In your well-being approach, the integrated well-being approach, hypnotherapy is also a centerpiece. I was reading, and hypnotherapy, by its traditional definition, has been an occult kind of. It has those meanings attached to it, but you're trying to mainstream it and bring it out of that reputation. Is this a struggle still? Are people accepting it as a therapy that is now mainstream?
Yes, there's more and more awareness and differentiation between hypnosis, especially stage hypnosis, which is performed for the sake of entertainment, and clinical hypnotherapy, which indicates that those who conduct the sessions are trained therapists who are not going to only access your subconscious mind, but who are going to guide you through the process in their qualified way. And since you mentioned hypnotherapy in the context of internet, I would like to say that the most profound experiences I had were actually through hypnotherapy, and it was in hypnotherapy that I got certain guidance when I was at the worst stage of my life. I had acute rheumatoid arthritis. And it was myself who actually conveyed the message at that time that I was not really aligned with the purpose of my life. I was not supporting life, supporting my mission. So my body decided to stop supporting me. And our joints are actually, the support system of our body. So it was my joints which kind of packed up and decided to kind of give me this alarming message, get back on the track. So when I talk about internet, this is what I refer to, listening, deeply listening, and being guided.
Right.
Yes.
Right. I wish I could have, gone on with my next set of questions, but we are short on time. Thank you so much for joining us. I will hand over the mic to Aditya. Great to have this conversation with you. Hopefully a detailed one next time. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for this opportunity.